I do believe that the purpose of humanity being here is always for evolution, for growth and maturity. This truly is God School 101. Gaia, our Mother Earth. And we're here to experience and to grow and to learn. And there's a fine line when it comes to understanding such teachings as predestination versus free will. Well, I'm trying to get all this together. You can see how that's working. Let's all take a deep breath. Hold on here. I want to share something with you if I can kind of find it. For some reason it's not showing up. Here we go. Rerouting, when life gives you detours. Now, on a spiritual level, we know there are no mistakes. But sometimes we have to realize that even though there is a plan for our lives, that there's also free will. And that's where we sometimes start creating detours, is when we start using our free will that's not in alignment with our divine purpose, agreements and contracts that have been placed with us even before that we have incarnated. So metaphysically, this title speaks of a profound spiritual truth. There's no such thing as a wrong path, only redirection of consciousness. Rerouting implies that life is guided by an intelligent, loving presence that continually recalibrates our journey toward the highest good. The best example I can use is the GPS. It does not punish us when we make a wrong turn. You're traveling down an interstate and you're thinking, your mind's wandering or whatever, and you missed the exit. You're not punished because you missed the exit. Instead, it adjusts the route. And I feel that individually you're going through that, and collectively, even as a community and beyond, there is a recalculation that is going on in the human purpose and plan. I do believe that the purpose of humanity being here is always for evolution, for growth and maturity. This truly is God School 101. Gaia, our Mother Earth. And we're here to experience and to grow and to learn. And there's a fine line when it comes to understanding such teachings as predestination versus free will. And again, I don't see that it's either. I'm not an either person. I'm not a person that says, if you believe this, you don't have to believe that. I believe there is a way to meet in the middle and find the best in both schools of thought. I found that with the great challenge that we have between creationists and evolutionists. That has been an issue for a long time, based upon the idea that all Christianity and biblical teachings are creation. And the evolutionists were kind of the wrong side of the track. But that isn't true, because I don't know of anything that is created that comes into this more dense 3D world that doesn't have to evolve itself back to its potential and possibility. You think of the car that you drove here today. Some of us have some pretty advanced cars. I've had my car 2.5 years and I'm still learning it. I'm still finding gadgets and things I didn't even know that it had. So I'm constantly in a place of learning and growing with that car. But remember, the first car went about 12 miles an hour. And it was just called a horseless carriage. And they thought the end of the world was coming because of this machine that was scaring the horses and disrupting the wagons that people were using that was the norm of the movement. And where we've come from. So the car did not come out to be the car you're driving today, but it has evolved itself and become more complex. And this shows us this is law. Law is always toward evolution. It is always toward growth. Unfortunately, religion has not allowed us to understand this idea that we're here to grow. We're just here to be saved. So we don't go to hell. That's pretty much the purpose of the church and religion that I was raised in any way. It was just once you get saved, you can just wait. They send you right to the waiting room. Just go wait until Jesus comes and gets you. Just wait till the rapture takes place and you go flying off in the air. Just wait until you die. I love that one. Giving the way to God is through death. They say it's through Jesus, but it's through dying that you get to heaven. Because they don't understand death. They don't understand crucifixion. They don't understand the undoing of my ego. And you don't do it until you come to the crossroad of consciousness. You got to go to the cross. You got to go to the cross. You got to go where the linear crosses with the parallel. Yes. And this is where the world is today. We have some great choices to make about our future and where we want to go. You have choices to make about your individual life right now. Some things are kicking into your life that you have held down for decades, some of you. Most of you, for the rest of your life, you have held down the desires and what you really would like to do with your life because you sold it out to get validation from culture and society and religion and tribe and so on and so forth. But in spite of yourself, I believe that before you came, you said, if I do not use my free will to get there, then I give you permission for whatever needs to come into my life to get me there. And this is why some of the experiences that you've had has got you where you are today as you sit here in HeartLight and in the state of consciousness that you're in. Detours from a metaphysical perspective are not interruptions, but they're initiations. Yes. They appear when the soul requires development that cannot occur in the original timeline with familiar patterns. A detour, so to speak, signals the construction is happening within. Yes. Yes. Now, I have certain ways that I go to certain things here in Charlotte. And I'm still trying to figure Charlotte out. This is not the easiest city, the way it's laid out to me. I mean, sometimes streets just stop and become something else. And I understand that it was really made round from uptown. It's more going round or something like that, like Independence and all that. So you never know where you can really kind of end up. So while I've been here, the places that I go on a regular basis, I've learned the route from that I know. Well, sometimes they decide to do some construction work. And I go, whoops. And sometimes I put it in my GPS. And I get to that place and all she says is rerouting, rerouting. Well, I'm driving what she's saying rerouting and I don't know where to go. Where do I go? So we've been given an innate GPS system. Call it the Holy Spirit. Amen. Call it higher self. Call it your innate intelligence. That is your divine spiritual part of yourself. It knows exactly. And it always is guiding you in alignment to the purposes for why you're here. That's right. But some of you are in construction mode. Relationships are changing. Family relationships are changing. Significant other relationships is changing. Many things are under construction right now. And we are like seeking to really get clear about how do we navigate through this time of reconstruction. So this phrase, when life gives you detours, reframes adversity and cooperation with spirit rather than resistance. Now, the more you resist, you know, the more it persists. That's the old saying. So if you're going to continue resist change in your life, the stronger the change is going to become to you, because you're empowering the change rather than the destiny the change is trying to bring you to.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So I think you have to find out individually for yourself, what is my destiny in this incarnation? What am I here for? What am I to attain? And the class that we're doing on Wednesdays, as you know, is built upon the idea of energy as currency. And that every one of you have been given enough energy currency to live your potential of your incarnation in this lifetime. Most of us have not done that in a lifetime. Or either we've overspent and we've spent foolishly until we became energetically bankrupt. Hmm? So where do you want to put your energy? The ministry, as I know it, has been shaped somewhat by the tragedies, quote unquote, of my life. Because they seemed like tragedies at the time. The thing about tragedies is they don't tell you that they are shaping you at the time you're going through them. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So going through, you might question your circumstance and feel even victimized. But when you look back at what we just went through, you might say, that was good. That I had been afflicted, or I would have I would not end up here in this experience. I started paying attention when my aunt, who was my pastor, you know, I was very close to, who was a great part of my life, was dying, rather at a young age with cancer. And she said, before she died, now that I'm dying, I get it. This made me become serious about my life's path. I didn't want to wait until I was getting it while I'm going through the tunnel.
That's right. Exactly. That's right.
And most people do get it when they go through the tunnel and move into the light. But somebody's got to get it while they're here. There's got to be a generation to come that does not walk as their forefathers, Psalm 78. David was visionary. He said, I see a generation. I see a generation. I see a hidden genetic gene, an incorruptible seed that has been planted in the ground and soul of people that has not allowed to germinize itself and to come forth because religion didn't water it. They didn't even tell us we had this incorruptible seed that was deeply planted within us. So I always say people go through the tunnel and they go, I could have had a V8. So there is a generation to come. I wonder how many of us stop, pause long enough to recognize God's hand in our pain. This made me grow quickly and to mature spiritually. I did not have a full adolescent childhood. As many of you know that I started it at 17. At 19, I received my first pastorate position. And at that time, I could not speak of things like marriage or parenting from a place of experience at 19. For I had no experience and nothing else to take its place. So during those times, I cried through it. I made mistakes through it. I had setbacks through it. But from it, I gained experience. Have you ever said something about a situation or a person you didn't know anything about? This we need to be very careful about because it is one of the worst forms of judgment. Is to talk about something you don't know what you're talking about. Or talk about someone you don't truly know who you're talking about. But now through all the things that I've gone through in 64 years of ministry, I have a resume. I can talk to you what it is to be married. I can talk to you about what it is to go through a divorce. I can talk to you about so many things that I did not understand until I had that experience of it. My ego mind, or whatever you want to call it, that voice of the ego says, this is not the path I thought it was going to be. I thought when I gave my life to God and to Jesus and I started ministering, I was going to enter into the state of bliss. Everything. All I have to do is pray in His name and it be done. Because it says that. Whatever you ask in my name, it is done. Well, it wasn't. Nothing that they told me. Most of what they told me did not happen the way that I thought it was going to happen. So I saw them as something's wrong. Something I'm doing is wrong. Where are you, God? Because I couldn't find God in the pain. I couldn't find God in the experience at that time. Romans 5:3 I like says, and not only so, but our glory is in tribulation, also knowing that the tribulation works patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. Isn't that beautiful? I'll read that again because it's really good. Not only so, but we glory in the tribulation. Now it's easy to glory when the extra check comes out. It's easy to glory when you get a good physical report and everything's good. But we should be able to glory in all things. Because we get up and we say things like, all things work together for good to them that love God. There are no mistakes. That's saying it, but we need to experience what it is. God will put you on hold from answering your prayers so that you may gain experience. You that have been through something like a diagnosis, cancer or something that serious, and have come through it. I know Leslie's story. She shared it with us. That's her experience. I'd rather hear from someone that has the experience than somebody that is going to tell me about how to treat cancer through a textbook or someone that has no experience in it. Experience is what really connects us. So God will put a hold on your prayer so to say, okay, this is what I want you to experience. Because I want you to have the experience. One of my favorite scriptures on this particular subject is in Hebrews 6, I think it is. It says, for God has taken from among mankind a people. From among the masses, I've taken out a specific people and called them. And it says, for how can the ignorant, now I don't like that word, but it's a Bible translation, That it doesn't say you're stupid and ignorant. It means you're unenlightened about something. That's all the word ignorant means there. If I would ask Elaine, what is my hope? She might know this one. I picked the wrong one. because I take her products, so she might have this information. But let me pick on somebody else here. Hey, how about Marcus? So I would ask Marcus, what is my Social Security number? I hope to God he doesn't know.
I'll find out.
Most likely he doesn't, so he would not be enlightened with that information. So that's what the word ignorant means. It's not an insult. It's just telling us that it's not been made conscious yet in us. Are you with me? On that. So, I've had cancer. I've had lung cancer. Back in 2023, I was at Unity of Charlotte. 13. Thank you. Also have dyslexia. But you know what? I'm gonna say that dyslexia has served me.
Yes.
It truly has. Because I think that we look through a glass darkly. And the mirror gives us the illusion of things being backwards. Mm-hmm. When you look in a mirror and you're parting your hair on the right side, it's going to look on the left side. But when we behold that which is face to face, shall we behold it as it is. And oftentimes it's been mixing up things in 3D that has given me a complete different vision of it in a higher state of consciousness. Hmm? So I've experienced a time, trust me, when finances were sparse. But I'm glad for those times. People don't know. They don't know that I used to, when I started early preaching in the boondocks of Arkansas and Oklahoma, that I had to stay in homes that didn't have a bathroom. I remember being waken up by a cow looking me in the face because the window was open. I know a lot of you don't think that of me, but I could write a book of things that I have gone through, and I'm not complaining, I'm explaining. I've held revivals in little churches with little pot-bellied stoves, and all the offering they could give me was government cheese and peanut butter. I'm not complaining. But it gave me experience to know that this ministry was not going to be something that was going to be grand and famous, but it was going to have all kinds of experiences along the way to mold me and to shape me, to be more rounded, to be more inclusive. And I appreciate all those wonderful experiences that has done that. And now I have a resume of experience that I can actually come from. When the ego part of the mind tells me you can't make it through the situation, I can say I made it. Now the thing with the cancer was interesting. I was in Dayton and they found a little something on the lung, but they were not serious about it. They thought I'd had pneumonia in my younger years, that it probably was some kind of scar tissue. So nothing was done about it at all. If I had stayed in Dayton, I'd have had a different outcome. Hear what I'm saying? Because the doctor said, no, we're not going to do anything about it. Little did he know that was cancer growing. He misdiagnosed me completely and put me aside. But all of a sudden, I ended up in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the bid of Unity of Charlotte to work with Nancy Innes in Charlotte. And there I went to a doctor just for a checkup. And this doctor found something, but he said, I'd like to know what it was that they saw that you had in Dayton. Well, I had no idea. I didn't know the doctor's name. I had no reports, nothing like that, other than his name. And when I said his name, he says, oh, yeah, that was my roommate in medical school. So he was able to get the information and see where it was, and it had grown. You see, I thought coming to Charlotte was a detour. Wasn't sure about it, about living in Charlotte. Didn't know what I was doing, but if I'd have stayed in Dayton, I may not be here today. But this particular doctor was able to find what I needed to know, and therefore ended up at Duke. Yay, Duke. And I'm not talking about sports. Every time I wear a lot of Duke t-shirts. But it's not about the sports, it's about the medical. It's a phenomenal place. If you really have something, I highly recommend it. But I went in there, they took out the top of the lung. It had not grown beyond, because lung cancer is one of the worst ones that they don't find until stage 4. But this had not grown. I had no chemo, I took no medications, and I've had a good scan every year since then. So even though I didn't really have it in my mind to move to Charlotte and to do what I did, I thought that was a detour, but it was absolutely the right step in the right way to be in the right place at the right time. And I could tell you so many things that have happened like that for me. So I've been sick, and I've made it. I've been financially low, but I made it. I've been heartbroken, but I made it. I've been betrayed, but I'm here to tell you I made it. I've cried in the night, seeking guidance, but I made it. I've been lied on. I've been rejected, but I made it. I hope you hear where I'm coming from. What I'm saying to you is not, your life is not in vain. Everything in made you rich in the experiences that you've been through. So in that scripture I was going to give you, and I'm going to close here in just a minute because we don't know. We've got other things going on here today. Exciting. It says that he took a people from among humanity. For how can the ignorant know the way unless, get this, we ourselves are compassed with such infirmity? If somebody came to me and said, I am an alcoholic and I have that issue, I have nothing in my resume. I've never had an issue with drinking. I've had a drink or two or whatever, but I think I've been drunk one time in my life, and I said, that's it for that. But I would just tell you, stop it. You don't need that alcohol. That's the least thing you need to be told by me, that I got all self-righteous because I haven't done it, and I don't think you should do it either. But if you get onto some of the things I've got in my resume, I will feel empathy for you. I will feel a match with you from our Akashic records to our Akashic records. I can come to compassion with you because experience gives us compassion with each other. Today, if there's a lesson in this, it's to embrace all that you are, all that you have been, and all that you will be on this journey. For nothing in any way is in vain. I'm going to close with 2 Samuel 6:2. And Moses knew he was about to deliver. He was for a while an Egyptian. Remember the story, you that know the story, that Moses is found by Pharaoh's wife in a basket and was raised an Egyptian. So he thought he was an Egyptian. A lot of people think they're a lot of things. They're not. So he learned the way of the Pharaoh, and he learned all those kind of things. And one day when he saw an Israelite or an Egyptian cut off the ear of a Hebrew, he was forming his true nature. What is that? Why am I upset over this event that I'm witnessing here? Because he was a Hebrew who thought he was an Egyptian. And that brought out his true nature. Some of these things will bring out our true nature. So after that, there was a 40-year detour as God rerouted the life purpose of a people. If they would have moved exactly from Egypt right into Canaan, to the land of promise, they would have ended up with the same experiences they had in Egypt and brought it with them. There had to be a time in which all of that was erased from them so that they entered into the new land fresh. I want to say that there is a possibility, anything's possible. There's a possibility, no matter how old you are in time and space, that you could be here for a leap over death. Somebody's going to be alive when transformation takes place. And those people have to prepare differently than those that have left. And there's a lot of people leaving right now. Lots of people leaving, and that's fine. That's their destiny, that's their choice. And I'm glad we have a lot of them over there on the other side rooting for us. Because we are compassed with such a cloud of witnesses. How can they without us be made perfect? I'm glad for those that have moved on to the other side that we've got. Hear what I'm saying? So let's take a moment and let's reflect on our life for just a moment, your life. If something comes up that you still wonder about, why did that need to happen to me? I want you to shift your perception. That nothing has been done to you, but it has been done for you. You would again, I'm going to say this, not be where you are in consciousness setting here or online if it had not been for the things that have seemed at the time unpleasant for you. But they were just growing pains, directing you and moving you toward your destiny when you would not have chosen it, but you chose it before you came. When you were found in God before the foundation of the world, you set out and co-created and co-architect your life purpose. It's time to remember it. It's time to align with it. It's time to trust it. Mother, Father, God, Divine Holy Spirit, we come with gratitude and thankfulness that we can forgive ourselves for misalignment of any kind. And today we ask the healing of our mind to embrace that all things have come from love, for that is all that is real. That we no longer divide this from that, but we embrace the all truth, the all of reality. Undo in us any regrets about our lives, and let us find the glory in the tribulation. find the glory in the healing of our mind. You take a deep breath, and on the exhale, with the intention of letting go. Letting go. And so it is. This is such an interesting time to be here on the planet at this time, because something's kicked in. Something's kicking in spite of us, but it isn't making us a victim because we said yes before we came. And that's all we need to do today, is just say yes with trust. And so it is. So glad to have Shirley with us. Thank you so much for a wonderful meditation. Thank you, Michelle, wherever you are. There you are, for sharing your wonderful song and creativity with us. And all of you that are here today, thank you for sharing with us here at HeartLight. If you would just take a moment to check inside as to what you want to give today back to HeartLight, and base it on the fact of what HeartLight has given you. Giving and receiving are the same thing. They're not separate. But if you have received, so give. Sometimes we give in the word, we give in music, we give in so many different things, but your opportunity is to give back financially to this space. You are the stewards of this space. You are the caretakers of this space. This is your space. And I want you to take it with commitment and seriously. So if you're ready, and together. I share because I care. I give because I can. May our blessing to this community. Remember, Susan will start at 1. Am I correct? Hello to our HeartLight extended family, those of you watching from home. Just like in life, sometimes our extended family grows even larger than the one in the room, and today you make up about 25% of our offering community. That's no small thing. We see you, we appreciate you, and your support helps keep this stream and this outreach going strong. If you feel led, we invite you to give an offering today. Your contribution helps sustain this connection and supports the energy it takes to bring this message to you each week. Thank you for being part of this community.